Ever wondered how it feels like for your nails to break in half? I'm gonna explain the feeling to you. I've had even worse injuries than that, and I never went to the hospital for any of them. The healing process was brutal. Growing up poor in Africa with no electric device like phones or tablets, you're bound to get injured because you'll be playing around. But fortunately for me, I grew up in a middle class family, so most of my injuries were caused by my own stupidity. We're gonna be featuring one of our subscribers, Adam! Pardon me, Adam. I'm gonna be drawing you in a really low quality because I don't have the strength to do this for a long time. This is gonna be a long video. In Africa, we don't really like going to the hospital really much. I don't know about others, probably just my family, but we have a traditional method of healing, and I'm gonna explain how we do some of the healing processes without going to the hospital. Alright, I'm gonna let Adam go first. Adam, pardon me for this. I just had to. It just matches the voice.
Hello, my name is Adam, and today I'm with my friend recording a video, and today we're going to do a video about our childhood injuries. And today I'm trying to be famous with my friend Frib Diary and make him the most famous YouTuber. So my first injury was I was on a bike riding my friend's bike. So I was riding it and I didn't know how to ride a bike, so I just crashed into a rock and fell down, and I cried a lot. My second injury was I was in my cousin's house playing football. I tried to kick the ball and I accidentally kicked the rock instead, and I broke my foot. Third injury, so I was playing football with my friends and someone just bumped into me and pushed me down, and my arms were bleeding so hard because it hit a big rock, so I could have controlled myself.
Alright, thank you, Adam, for that. I think you should stay away from big rocks, honestly. Not gonna lie. Alright, now, my turn. I'm gonna talk from the bad and go all the way to the worst. There was one time when I was 6 years old, I had just finished watching Shaolin soccer. So it was in my blood. I was outside, I wanted to play football. I was playing by myself. So I wanted to kick the ball so hard that it becomes flame. It moves with such a high speed, it becomes a fireball. So I set the ball ready to kick it with every bit of strength in me, and then BAM! I obliterated my leg. I was in so much pain. I limped back home and then I went to tell my mom, and not surprising, she went and brought back this liquid. We call it spirit, but it's basically methanol, and pressed it on my leg. I remember screaming like really loud. But anyways, that was the least painful one. Let's go over to the main deal. So before I say the second story, I want you to be aware of this, okay? I have really long toenails, and that's a bad habit of mine. Although this accident has taught me a lot, I don't keep nails anymore. So I was coming back from school and I was dead tired. It was a really hot day and I just wanted to go home and relax on the bed. So as I was walking home, really happy that the distance from that place to my house wasn't really far, I wasn't paying attention to where I was going, and my leg accidentally pressed against a huge rock. I understand you now, Adam. Now, due to the fact that my toenails were really long, it pushed the toenail back and that made it break. Oh my goodness! It was so painful. I haven't felt the pain like that before. It hurt a lot. So, and it was still like a lot of distance between that place and my house. It's not much, but with that kind of injury, it looked like much. So I eventually managed to get home and no one was at home. So I had to get the methanol myself and pour it on the leg. Methanol is kind of like pouring alcohol on an injury. So it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. So I noticed that I poured that methanol on the injury and it didn't really hurt. So I found out that the methanol had expired and I didn't care. I just used it like that. There was nothing else I could put on that wound. Even when my mom came back, I told her everything and she just asked me if I've put the spirit on it, and I was like, yeah, and then yeah, that was it. No hospital. As for the healing process, if you think it can't get any worse than this, it can. Now, the final boss of my injuries. So at that time, we had finished our exams and I was playing table tennis at the back of the school with one of my classmates. And as we were playing, the ball flew to this area where they keep all the abandoned chairs and stuff like that. So there was this huge broken pile of chairs like at that side, and I had to like jump and get behind them to pick up the ball. And just as I jumped to get behind them, I landed with full force on top of a long, huge, rusted nail. He almost came out from the top. And I was kind of lucky the shoe I wore had a massive heel. If not for that, the nail would have come out from the top. I would have been the second Jesus Christ. So I got home. I was trying to hide it from my mom because she had warned me not to go to that place to play table tennis. So I just tried to hide it, but she found out. She was mad and immediately told me to bring my leg. She said this is not something I should just hide and hope it healed. She said that this could get infected if left untreated. You're probably thinking, oh, he's finally going to go to the hospital now. No. She went into the kitchen, turned on the gas, and put a knife on fire. Oh my god. You could have just seen me at that moment. So many things were just going through my head. She brought it out red hot and put a drop of red oil on it. I was like thinking, what is this for? She immediately raised up my leg and poured the red oil into my leg while it was popping on the red hot knife. Then she placed the red hot knife on the open wound. I was screaming and tried to drag my leg away, just doing like a newborn baby. That was so crazy, bro. And we did that for 3 days. 3 days, morning and night. She said it was to avoid tetanus. I knew the benefit of it, but it was really painful, honestly. Join my Discord in the link below, and thank you guys for the support.